my name is Yosuke Todo. I'd like to talk about effective falsification attack on WPA-TKIP by modifying any packet to curious packet. Now, I'll explain some background information. Security protocols for the wireless LAN network have been proposed. For example, WEP, WPA, and WPA2. Their protocols provide confidentiality and integrity to the wireless LAN network. But WEP was broken by their key recovering attack. Their attack can recover a secret key from encrypted packets easily. Author of their attacks recommended shifting to WPA or WPA2 from WEP. In 2008, Beck and Tales proposed a new attack against WPA-TKIP. We call this attack the Beck-Tales attack. Next, Ohigashi and Mori proposed the man-in-the-middle attack against WPA-TKIP. We call this attack the Ohigashi-Mori attack. Now, we propose two new falsification attacks against WPA-TKIP. First, I remark on an execution time of the Beck-Tales attack and the Ohigashi-Mori attack. Their attacks have an execution time of 12 to 15 minutes to recover a MIT. But is the attacker really necessary to execute the attack for 12 to 15 minutes? This answer is no, because our attack can execute the falsification attack for 7 to 9 minutes. Next, I remark on the targets of the Beck-Tales attack and the Ohigashi-Mori attack. The Beck-Tales attack works for only a network that supports .11e. The Ohigashi-Mori attack works against other products that do not support .11e. But this attack is necessary to interrupt the communication between the access point and the client. It is not easy to execute this attack in a realistic environment. So, I propose new attack. Our attack can execute against almost all implementations. I'll explain the method to avoid the falsification attack for WPA-TKIP. First, TKIP IV check. Second, checksum check. Third, MIC check. If attackers want to execute the falsification attack, they have to break these three checks. First, I explain the TKIP IV check and the breaking method. WPA-TKIP has a TSC counter that increases every time the receiver receives the encryption packet. If the received IV is less than or equal to the TSC counter, the received encryption packet is discarded. We pass this check by using the vulnerability in the processing of the .11e function. In the later, we will explain this breaking method, and we call this method the QS forgery attack. Second, we explain the checksum check. Checksum check is a check for detecting errors on communication channels. This attack is implemented on Web2. We pass this check by using these features of stream cipher. In the later, we will explain this break method, and we call this method the reverse chop-chop attack. Finally, I explain the MIC check. MIC check is a check for protecting message integrity. MIC is calculated by using a message integrity check function Michael. We pass this check by using the inverse function on Michael. Our breaking method is similar to the Beck-Tales attack. I'll explain the Beck-Tales attack. This attack is a method based on a replay attack. Main target of this attack is a null packet. This attack works for only a network that supports .11e. And this attack uses a chop-chop attack that attacks against web. This attack can recover the plaintext information by using the chop-chop attack and falsify the encryption packet on WPA. First, I explain a null packet. A packet is a short packet and the fragmentation does not occur. Moreover, almost bytes of plaintext can be known. Beck and Tales assume that only 40 bytes of a packet is unknown. The least significant byte of source and destination IP address, 8 bytes MIC, and 4 bytes checksum. Next, I'll explain the .11e QoS features. .11e QoS features uses 4 access categories, and each category has a TSC counter independently. The attacker can execute the replay attack to the category that the TSC counter is smaller than the IV of the captured packet. Finally, I'll explain the chop-chop attack for the vectors attack. Step 1. The attacker captures an encrypted packet based on .11e QoS features. Step 2. The attacker creates a falsification packet. If the attackers know the least significant byte, they can restore CRC chops of the least significant byte, and the attackers calculate CRC that chops of some possible value of the least significant byte. Step 3. The attackers send 256 falsification packets to the target client. At this time, the attacker chose another access category. If the predictive value is the wrong value, the error message is not sent. But if the predictive value is the correct value, the receiver sends the error message of MIC. Then the attackers can determine the correct plaintext value by observing the error message of MIC. However, the MIC key is changed if more than 2 error messages of MIC are sent in less than a minute. Then, the vectors attack requires a standby time of a minute after a byte is restored. Now, we propose a new attack, the reverse chop-chop attack. This attack restores the keystring from the higher bytes of the packet sequentially. I explain the effect of the reverse chop-chop attack. First, this attack can recover MIC key for 7 to 9 minutes. Second, this attack can restore the IP address before restoring CRC and MIC. I call this effect the information gathering attack. Third, this attack can falsify a variable length packet. Then, I'll explain the reason why our attack is high-speed MIC key recovering attack. If the attacker uses the chop-chop attack, they have to recover the checksum. On the other hand, if the attackers use our attack, they don't have to recover the checksum, because they can calculate the checksum from other bytes. As a result, they can reduce the execution time for about 4 minutes. Moreover, they can recover the IP address beforehand. As a result, they can reduce the execution time for about 2 minutes, total about 6 minutes. Next, we propose the QoS forgery attack for breaking TKIP IV check. Vectors attack works for only a network that supports .11e. However, our attack can attack almost all implementations. Our attack uses the vulnerability of implementation in the processing of the .11e function by the client. Many wireless LAN implementations have this vulnerability and are prone to be attacked. The target of this attack is the client that has the vulnerability. In vectors attack, the condition of access point and the condition of client is QoS enabled. On the other hand, in our attack, the condition of access point is known and the condition of client is .11e function by the chipset. I'll explain the outline of the QoS forgery attack. In vectors attack, the attacker cannot attack this network that does not support QoS because falsified packet is prevented by the TKIP IV check. But in our attack, the attacker can attack the target by modifying from the usual packet that does not support QoS to the QoS packet. I'll explain the experiment result. First, we disable the .11e function of the access point. Second, we experiment with 3 types of client: USB type, CAD bus type, and chipset with built-in PC type. We evaluate our attack in an environment in which the vectors attack cannot be executed. This table is the experiment result. We realize that several stations are potential targets. Moreover, we could attack many implementations assumed not to have .11e features. On the other hand, we could not attack this station, because this station had been released before the standardization of .11e. In addition, we could not attack this station, because the communication is interrupted by one MIC failure report. However, this implementation is a breach of protocol. All implementations that we can possibly attack have .11e features by the chipset. I'll explain the preventing the proposed attack. We strongly recommended the shift to WPA-AS or WPA-2-AS. And proposed attack can attack against TKIP, so attackers can also similarly attack WPA-2-TKIP. Next, we recommend reducing the key update interval, but this method cannot prevent the information gathering attack. Finally, we recommend a specific client utility. It may be possible to prevent the proposed attack. Whether the attack can be prevented is also influenced by compatibility with the access point. Then, we cannot rely on the method for preventing an attack. Finally, I'll conclude this attack. We propose two new attacks, the reverse chop-chop attack and the QoS forgery attack. The reverse chop-chop attack can recover a MIC key in from 7 to 9 minutes. The QoS forgery attack can attack almost all wireless LAN implementations. The attacker can execute the DOS attack by the realistic environment. Thank you.